Alright, ready?
I am.
Alright. Where's the face? How does it work? Oh, okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, you were on the face, like... That's the face. Such as it is. For anyone not understanding what we're talking about, it's the Sonic the Hedgehog sort of like outline.
Yeah, I see his little feet, and then there's
So
the finger's good, but then the face is a little bit to be
So
desired.
if you click off any of the characters and just click with I think it's the A button or the Z key in this case, and you go to map. There you go.
Yeah.
It works okay like this, but just looking at the map itself, it doesn't make any sense.
No, it does not. You good with me being heroes again?
No, I want to be the heroes this time.
Okay.
Because I feel like I was hard done by in terms of doubles and blocks and dodges.
I'm fine
and stuff,
with that.
So, okay.
I picked the map, you picked the side.
Okay, well, you get the number keys this time.
Oh,
and
joy.
JKL for your information.
I don't know that acronym.
Those are the keys.
Yes,
The
I
A, B,
know.
and C.
I'm messing with you.
Okay.
So welcome back again to the Nihil / Woodhouse channel. I'm sure we're both super grateful for you to be back, and this is round two of our tournament. Oh, okay, well. I'm super grateful for you to be back on Woodhouse's channel, but not mine, so. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing, but...
That's fine. That makes two of us.
Okay, I wanna check the...
That's fine. Whilst you're doing that, I'm going to continue my anecdote that I was rudely interrupted on the last episode.
Please feel free.
So I was learning to play some Street Fighter 4.
I'm gonna rudely interrupt you one more time. Is this my Beast Man?
My God, that is the Beast Man.
Okay, I don't know these. I've never played as villains, so.
You've never played as the villains?
No.
Okay.
So you're learning to play Street Fighter 4.
I was learning to play Street Fighter 4, and I played... Oh, I should have... Whilst we were doing the break between episodes, I should have looked at which character it was, and I didn't, so apologies again. But it's the young girl with the kunai, and she's extremely annoying to play against. She plays keep away, basically, if that means anything to you. So I got to be sort of proficient with her. I wasn't terrible, and I wasn't good. But I went along, expecting to get my butt kicked, and basically just have a good time. The reason I brought this up in the first place was because we were talking about like sore losers or sore winners, or people that need to win at any cost. Also, that background, wow,
yeah,
that background is interesting.
We're on Final Destination, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So when I went along to this particular evening in a bar playing Street Fighter 4. I came across this one guy who he had to win. He was not accepting not winning. When he didn't win, he started trash talking me. Like, we were there like just having drinks in a bar, playing some Street Fighter 4 to pass the time and have a bit of fun. Yet he was there like, dude, you suck. Why are you even here? Like, you're terrible at the game.
As he's losing to you, he's saying these things.
As he's losing to me, he just says, "Man, you're just cheap. You just do the same things over and over again." I'm like, if I'm doing the same things over and over again, why does it keep working? Surely you should adapt and stop that from happening.
Surely.
You just shut up, man. Shut up. You're terrible. You're awful at the game. And in the end, he just like disconnected his controller. He'd brought his own controller, by the way. Which I hadn't done. I just like played on a very sticky gamepad, and was having a good time for the most part until this guy came along and basically he ruined his own night. He kind of tried to ruin mine too. But there are definitely people out there who will try and win it no matter the cost, regardless of the time being had by others. There were definitely those people out there. I feel sorry for them, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I do too, because to me it's always like, games are supposed to be fun, and if you're not having fun, you should play something else.
Yep. that's been the attitude I've gone back to League of Legends with, and it has served me very well. So usually, what used to happen was I would lose a match, and then go, well, that was garbage. I can do better than that. Let's immediately go into the next one with like a really terrible attitude and like having no patience for anything. And this time I've gone, oh well, okay, I did some mistakes there. Let's call it off for the rest of the night. I won't play another game. Let's cool off. Because right now I'm unhappy with how I'm doing. I'm unhappy with myself and the other people. Let's just call it a night. And that is a much healthier attitude towards like competitive gaming.
Mm-hmm.
And just like, oh well, I lost. Okay, let's get straight back into it. We'll win the next one. And more often than not, you don't, because your head is in an awful space.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, I lost the first game, and I'm being held at gunpoint to complete the next one. So I have to win. It seems I need that mentality, I guess, to be able to complete this challenge, this test of my game knowledge of the Shining Force variety. And so far, it's not going well.
I'm trying to decide how stupid I want to get.
Oh, just be all the way stupid. I mean, that's how you have the most fun, I find.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that's a good idea quite yet, though.
I think just probably the last thing I will say about League of Legends, by the way, the worst thing about that particular game is the community, which most people will say. But the worst thing about that particular aspect of it is that people won't know when they've lost. And they won't just like... So you can quit your game, and people just refuse to. They just refuse to like forfeit, and they just hold up everything, and it's just terrible. It makes me want to... just like Alt F4, and you can do that, but the problem is that the game will punish you for it. And you won't be able to play for like a couple of days after that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm in the League of Legends hole, and sometimes it's good. It's not always good.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to get some of the people on our Discord to play with me, but nobody was having it, and I don't blame them at all.
Yeah.
At first I was like, oh, okay, I really want to play with some people I could have fun with and talk to, and then I thought about it for a bit, and I just thought, yeah, they don't want to be in this mess.
I was interested until I started thinking about the fact that you live across the ocean and the amount of lag I'd be facing, and then I wouldn't have any of my things because I have to switch servers and all my account info would be different. So I'd be like,
Yeah, there's definitely that. Also, you do right. Like it would be a bad time for everyone, I think. I mean, we're playing on this incredibly ancient game, and I'm still getting quite terrible lag.
And there's your dodge.
Yep. Green power, man. I'm holding my fist aloft. It's green power. I wish to freeze your dragon. Oh yeah, there's something else I wanted to discuss actually. Like, are you interested in Dune at all? You know, the movie.
I haven't gotten to watch it yet, but yes, very. Because I've it's no secret, I've been very not happy with the state of the Star Wars franchise, and I was really hoping that Dune would sort of come in and be like, here's a new alternative. And from what I've heard, it's not that, but I've heard it's still pretty good.
I feel like it's very good. It does an excellent job of continuing like the work that was done in the 80s with the version that came out then. It's definitely a more professional experience, and it's more like it's less like a stage play. There's less ham acting going on, which you would expect from a major studio production these days. It's incredibly good. The only thing that bothers me is the fact that we got to wait another 2 years for the next version, the continuation of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So, on the one hand, you've got to wait, but on the other hand, you get I think it's Villeneuve, the guy who, I think it's Dennis Villeneuve, I think that's his name. He gets a lot more time to sort of like, he gets more room to breathe with the story. He gets more time to put down what needs to be put down, and it does a very good job of just giving you a tone to everything that's being done. And there's no like inner monologue stuff that was kind of interesting, but ultimately kind of weird. That was in the 80s version.
I see. I've not seen the 80s version.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
I always heard it was real bad, and I was like, well, I want to probably read the book first anyway, and if this version is really bad, then I don't need to run out and see it. But...
So, I will be honest with you, I've never read the books. I feel bad about it, but I just haven't. But what I do understand is that the movie version covers the writing of the books almost to the letter in certain scenes and vastly different in others. I don't know how it compares to this movie version, but it's really well done. The only thing I will say is that I went to... So my wife and daughter went into the city to go and watch a stage play, and I wasn't interested.
Mm-hmm.
So it was at night though, so I drove them there, and I had a couple of hours to kill. I had nothing to do, so I went to go see Dune at the cinema, and it wasn't my local cinema that I really like, and it's a very good cinema. I went to this inner city, so like Greater Manchester cinema. The screen was awful. It was there were scenes from the trailer that I'd seen that looked amazing visually, and I saw them like, you know, as part of the movie and went, well, hang on, I can barely see anything that's going on. There were shots at night, like, and the contrast and the brightness of the screen was so low, it felt like, you know, there was a misty haze over the screen. It was terrible.
I see.
Which, you know, for a movie that is very much described as, you know, something you should see at the cinema, it was very disappointing.
Yeah,
I won't
can
be going
imagine.
back there.
That's kind of like, I hated the movie, but when I went to go see The Last Jedi, the seats were just the worst. Like, I've never gone to the movie theater and felt really, really, like, pain.
Uncomfortable, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it hurt so bad. It sucked. But I did get to meet Chewbacca there, so that was pretty neat.
Do you mean the English actor that portrayed the original Chewbacca?
Yes, Peter Mayhew.
Ah, okay. Yes, that's his name.
Yeah, he was there, and I got to shake his hand and stuff, which was absolutely massive.
I'm sure it was, yeah.
But apparently
he's a cool guy. So.
He just lives in this tiny town in Texas, and I ended up traveling really far to see it, because I don't normally go see stuff the week it comes out, or the weekend, because especially stuff like that, it's just so many people, and it's just such a hassle, and it's just all too much for me, usually.
Yeah, no, I get that.
But, let's see.
You felt like you needed to make the effort for Chewie, right?
No, I had a friend that was really determined, that he's like, you're a massive Star Wars fan, you need to see it then. And so I said, okay.
Yeah, good on them.
Yeah, it was very nice.
Good on them for making you do it. That's cool. I mean, I that's a bad way of putting it. Like, it could have gone terribly wrong. You could have had like an anxiety attack or something. But good on your friend for giving you the motivation. You know.
Yeah.
My wife suffers from a little bit of anxiety.
Oh, I do too.
Public spaces, so I totally understand that situation. Like, it's not a good time for anybody. Because for him, I like to be like, I like to think of myself as like a kind of logical person, like a Spock character almost, if you will. Who and I don't understand how my wife acts so irrationally sometimes. It just doesn't make any sense to me. and that's just how anxiety works. It isn't logical. It doesn't make any sense. It just is.
Yeah, I've got like the full blown disorder and stuff. I don't talk about it much these days because I've got a much better hold on it.
Yeah.
But there was a while there that, like, I'd say about 2 years that I was just a mess. I couldn't go out anywhere. Like, it was rough. But
yeah,
for anybody else that's dealing with something like that, you can, over time, start to get it more and get better at dealing with it.
Oh yeah, definitely. My wife has done training on it. She's seen therapists about it and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure how happy she is about me talking about this stuff, but people suffer with it and it needs to be discussed more. So
yeah,
I'm quite happy to say that there is help out there, and if people do feel unhappy with the way things are going and they want to try and conquer these fears and these irrational things that happen, and they can't seem to find a way out, that there is help out there, and you should, you don't have to, but I feel like that you're missing out on things. Mm-hmm. Essentially, like there's stuff you're missing out on. God, I'm getting all preachy now, but
no, I think it's good, and
yeah, it's worth doing.
I'm just gonna smack him.
It worked, didn't it?
I mean, it did
It
work.
worked. He fell down.
Let's see.
But yeah, I guess in Smite is like no non-elemental damage. I mean, that would make sense.
I have no idea. Blast is... Oh, right.
As you can tell, I'm like, taking a long time to think about my decisions here.
Oh, whoops. I mean, I kind of am too. I'll do that. Let's see.
So what are you going to do when the mobile app comes out then? Are you going to try and, stream some playing of such a thing? Like,
oh yeah.
I feel like it's going to be one of those things where, like, at the beginning people will want to see footage of the game being played, and then after that it will just be like openings of whatever currency it is to get new characters.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's going to be how that's going to work.
My plan is, I figure I'll do both of those to some extent.
Yeah.
We're also going to... I feel like I'm going to play it because it's Shining Force, but I feel strongly about the gacha thing too, as I know many people do. So we're also going to do at least one video about healthy spending habits.
Okay.
And how to realize when you have a problem. Things like that. What else did I have in mind? We're gonna do, like, the gameplay and stuff. We'll go through the story as much as there is one. I don't have high hopes that there's gonna be, like, a really great story or anything.
No, I feel like that most of these, games, these crossover type deals, it's kind of like a mesh of mess that just allows these characters to exist in the same universe. I mean, that's the way the Fire Emblem game is.
Yes.
So.
And then I'll do probably some reaction type things to new characters being added, if that is a thing people want.
No, that makes sense. That's what I'd do. But yeah, I think reacting to spending habits and things like that is actually something that definitely needs to be talked about. I mean, I actually work. So I work for Royal Mail, which is the sort of like, I don't know, FedEx, whatever kind of mail service you have over in America. Mm-hmm. It's similar to that, and it's kind of the big cheese of the of that particular arm of industry or whatever you want to refer to it as. And there are so many people that I work with that are actually like addicted to gambling. I see it everywhere. It's terrible.
Yeah, it really is.
I've had people come up to me asking like how I felt about gambling on, what was it? It was like 3rd tier soccer matches in Africa. And it's like, dude, what are you basing the betting on? Like, you've never even heard of the team. Like, what's going on? You know, this guy was just betting for the sake of, betting. He was just like throwing his money away.
Yeah.
So it's a terrible thing. I understand the stigma that these gacha games have, because it affects some people in such a vicious way. Luckily, I'm not affected like in that particular way myself. But
same. When I lose, I don't want to keep going. That's my biggest thing. Like when oh my goodness. When I gamble and lose, I get discouraged and I'm like, well, that wasn't worth it. I don't want to do it again. I don't have the mentality of like, oh, let's try again.
That's a healthy way of looking at it, I think. That's probably the way people should be. Not just like, oh, but if I double down, I could make it all back. Like that's just the worst. It's just
but I don't even.
You set yourself on the path.
I don't even gamble for like real money stuff. It's more like in games and stuff. So there's no chance of me making it back because I'm not, getting a real payout anyway.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen Salty Bet?
Somewhat. I don't totally remember what it is though. If you jog my memory.
So Salty Bet is a Twitch TV channel that runs just on Twitch betting, and it's all fake money. Mm-hmm. But it uses. Do you know what Mugen is?
Yes.
Mugen, or
yes.
It uses Mugen.
Someone just linked me in the Discord a video of the Kraken from Shining Force as a fighter on that.
Okay.
On Salty Bet.
Yeah, so they use like anything that you want. You can have like Homer Simpson versus, I don't know, Phil Spencer, the head of the Xbox Corporation. Like you can have those battles go on, and you can bet to see who wins.
Yeah.
It's not real money, and I feel like it's a cool idea that is ridiculous, and more people should do things like that.
Yeah, I think it's a fun idea.
So, yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same thing during lockdown there was a baseball game that got made, and I can't remember what it's called. It's like, is it Blazball or Blazeball or something like that? And it was more, it was like a lot of the same things as Salty Bet, where you bet on like who you think's going to win, and I mean, probably know more about like the whole betting scene for baseball than I do. I mean, you bet on like
probably not
hits and things like that. But it takes place in like a fully fictional world where like things are randomly generated with some control over like how things are set up by like. There's one guy who runs the whole show. But at the end, I think everyone gets like a vote or something at the end of the season, and you can vote to have things like happen. And I think some people had like players can come back to life, because apparently at some point characters could get sent into the netherworld if they had like a particular pitch happen. And there's lots of really odd things like that. It was ridiculous and wacky, and in the way that you would want such a a thing like that to happen. And it was a lot of fun for a long time. I'm not sure if it's still going, but it was very popular during the pandemic when a lot of people had nothing to do. Which, have you heard about this new strain, by the way?
I mean,
there's
somewhat.
A new strain going around,
but. I don't know. I'm kind of.
It's happy times.
Like where I am, things have cooled off so much. I'm kind of over the whole thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Like, I'm pretty much living normally again, and like, if I get sick, I get sick, and
yeah. I mean, I actually did get it, so
yes,
it's no joke.
I remember that.
But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not even sure we'll even ever get away from the whole thing.
I don't think we
it's
will.
just here to stay, and it's just a part of our lives now.
I agree. It's still your move. Yeah, there you go.
My bad. Sorry.
No, it's fine. But yeah, I'm very much of the same mentality. That it's just gonna be a fact of life now.
Yeah, I think people just need to understand that it's not the end of the world. It's like a bad flu. That we learn to live with the flu, and that's kind of how it's gonna be for now on, unfortunately. But
yeah, I agree, and it's still crazy that, like, to me, we created another one. But,
yeah,
let's see.
I mean, people talk about, like, strains of things that actually did get removed from, like, things like polio and stuff like that. We don't have those anymore because they got wiped out.
I mean, for the most part, I think they're still somewhat around, aren't they?
I think it depends on the virus itself. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just I'm doing the whole, like, hearsay thing of, like, I'm gonna get all my facts wrong and upset somebody.
Yeah.
And then start like a Twitter war or something.
I mean, to be fair, you'll start a Twitter war no matter what you say.
That has definitely been the case. I've definitely upset some people. Oh, there we go. A red team dodge.
I was starting to wonder if it was possible.
Never seen. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Like, that's definitely one of the things I haven't missed. Is, like, I have a huge stack of, when I go onto YouTube, like, I have I'm sure you have it too, where, like, the icon in the top right is just full of, like, notifications from comments and things.
Yes.
And I open them up to see, just every so often, just to see what's in there, and for the most part, it's just like, oh, are you still doing stuff? At which point I try to respond to those by saying, look, stuff's going on, like, maybe in the future I'll come back or doing something, but at the moment, no. Because I'm just not, I don't have the energy for it. Mm-hmm. And then the other half of those are just like, oh, this tier list is trash. I'm just like, ignore. Like, I have no time for you. I barely have time for the people who actually care about me. So, for you, I have zero time.
I look forward to getting those comments at some point. I might do a tier list, but my whole way around that was I was just gonna do not like a viability tier list or anything, but just I think this character is neat tier list. Like, how much do I want to use them?
Yeah.
And then nobody can argue.
Incorporate that. I kind of tried to incorporate that in the tier list that I made, but somehow or other that just sort of, like, upset people more. So
that's weird. I
don't know. I mean, people are always going to have their opinions. I mean, this is what we were saying before. Like, people have their opinions, and they're going to be upset if they ever this sort of, like, go off your own. Like, they just need an excuse at that point.
Yeah, very true.
I don't know. I'm just sounding like somebody who's defeated. I kind of am. So, hey! Speaking of defeated, this is going really badly.
I don't know. I'm honestly not sure who's in the lead or anything like that right now.
No, it's not it's the paladin that has smite. I keep thinking that the fighter is the paladin. Shame on me for having such thoughts. Please kill the cleric this time. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. Cleric refuses to go down. Why does my hunter have less defense than your cleric?
I don't know.
Okay. Yep. Yep. Okay. Good to know it's not just me. Wait, it is me.
Yeah, it is just you.
It is just me. It's not the team, it's not the map, it's... okay. Oh well, at least I can get back to my League of Legends misery pit. Not have to worry about like making my way through this tournament.
I don't know about that yet. We'll see.
Oh, you silenced her as well. It's a good thing I didn't try and use it. Dude, I cannot kill this cleric. This damn cleric. Oh my god. He's just immortal.
He is definitely my MVP of this match.
Jesus. Oh well, goodbye, wizard. I hated you too.
Well, that's no fun. Ah, you
Oh
suck.
my god, something happened! Yes, Gunner! Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm saying that the fairy tear gives mana.
Oh, I don't even know. Oh my goodness.
I think it does.
It does seem to.
Look at me, Alex. I'm using the items.
That complicates things.
Yeah, it does. Right, Mystic Man. I mean, on the one hand, I would like to win a round, and then on the other hand, I feel like, oh, but you're just prolonging the inevitable because then you got to play a decider. I think I made a mistake there, but whatevs.
Do not know, honestly. Still you. Yeah.
Sorry, I was just thinking.
Oh, that's fine. I'm not
I
trying
know,
to rush
it takes me longer than others.
No, it's fine.
Apologies.
I am in no hurry.
I'm cleric.
Yeah, that same cleric.
Oh my gosh. Okay. You're gonna get to go first this time. I do think that the gunner is probably the most controversial class
Yeah,
in this game.
Not sure about it. Definitely not sure that I like it.
It's just such long range. I feel like if it's such long range, it shouldn't be able to move, or be able to move like 1 or 2 spaces a turn, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get down to brass tacks.
Yep.
Who needs healing? Ah, yes. I've totally like defeated my inner plot here, like of just get it over with, just lose 2-0, go to bed, have a nice night. I messed up, you know?
I mean, you could win. That is still a possibility.
Oh, have I? What are you going to do now?
I'm not sure.
I did such little damage to that guy. I'll be honest with you, I always forget about slow and that effect and things like that. Yeah, he's not the paladin. Stop doing that, John.
Yeah, he's kind of not.
Bye, cleric. We had some good times. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. This is really close.
It is.
I hope that doesn't heal so much.
I'm hoping it does. I don't know.
Dude, the heals are too effective in this game. Man, I need a drugs test on your cleric. At the end of this, like, he's too effective, man.
Definitely putting in work.
Screw that guy. Oh, okay. Alright then. I see where this is going.
Good night, John.
Yeah. Wow. The circle is complete, eh?
And the monkey's paw curls in another finger.
Don't care about the game, John. Don't care. Just get it over and done with. Lose 2-0. But you might win, John. We'll make it so you can get close and then snatch it away at the last minute.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh, look, it's the cleric. Here again to save the day. With just enough mana to complete my misery. Thank you, cleric. And then people in the comments will just go, well, why didn't John just kill the cleric in the first place? I tried to kill him. He kept living.
Yeah, he was a little bit death resistant.
Yeah, run away, Gunnar. Run away. But not before taking the life of my ninja. Can I still do smite? He's full health. It doesn't matter. It's full health too. God damn it. Well, what will you do? The cleric can't do anything now. He only has 13 manic points. Oh, look whose turn it is again. Look whose turn it is. Oh, but he doesn't actually have enough to actually... Wait a minute. No.
Wait, no.
Just run away until you get enough mana points to be able to do something and heal yourself again.
I'm thinking. Thinking hard about what I need to do.
Ah, that's fine. Keep me in this torment game. I love it. All right, cleric. You've been a thorn in my side for the last time.
I was waiting for the dodge.
So was I. God damn it.
That's not how I want to do that.
How is the range on that so ridiculous that you can do that? Hot garbage. And of course he gets to go again.
It's because of that wither.
Damn slow. Yeah.
I was thinking real hard about what that move needed to be because I knew it was going to be important. Ah.
Okay, so I just need like 3 dodges, and then I'm in. I'm fine.
Oh my gosh, that was that came down to the wire.
Yeah, hero is exhausted. Woodhouse is exhausted.
Woodhouse's desire is fulfilled.
No, it isn't. Well, I suppose it is actually. I've lost. Dude, that was a hell of a battle.
Yes, it was. That is the closest one I've ever had.
Man.
That cleric, the MVP.
Damn cleric, he wouldn't die. He needed to die, and he didn't. Oh man. Well, good game.
You too.
Well played.
Oh my gosh.
Good luck in the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. I do not have high hopes. I do still think Dark Claw / Alex is definitely going to be the winner, but...
Me too.
I will do my best to represent... I feel like if I go against him, it's going to be literally everybody versus Alex.
That's the way he likes it, though. I think everybody should get on Alex's side and just make him feel really bad about beating people. I think that's the way it should go. Like, make him as miserable as possible for forcing all of his friends to come together and be punished by playing his mod that is actually really good. And I'm glad he's done it. But don't tell him that, because he's a horrible human being. He's not even a human being. He's a miserable worm.
I'll just agree with whatever Woodhouse says. I don't know.
No,
sure,
he's a really nice guy.
I'm sure I'll feel that way after a couple more years and 2 more mod playthroughs.
No, he's honestly, he's a really nice guy, and he's put a lot of hard work in so that people can enjoy his mod. So if you haven't already, please check this stuff out and support his stuff. But yeah, thank you very much, Nihil, for destroying my hopes and dreams. I look forward to the cry later on, just before bed.
Oh.
And I hope you have a good night.
Yeah, you too. I feel so bad now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, thanks. Okay, then. Yeah, cheers to the game.
Yeah, you too. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely keep doing stuff together, because you're fun to work with.
Oh, you too. Yeah, cheers.
Alright, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I think that will do it for this episode.
Bye, everybody.
Make sure you check out, before I forget, check out Woodhouse's channel. He has tons of good playthroughs. Some just like what you've been watching on my channel with Legacy of the Ancients. He's got War of the Gods. And I think probably has the best playthrough of that on the site. And then he also just wrapped up his Shining Force 1 playthrough, which he is super unfamiliar with, so definitely go watch him react to all the things for the first time.
Oh yes, I am very unfamiliar with that game. I still am, some would argue.
Alright, now I think that will do it. So we will see you next time.
Bye everybody. Bye.
Time don't feel so linear with heartbreak so far.